back to the channel. So today we're going to be talking about the special fame, how it can benefit your central marketplace, and also talk about some tax calculation that would help players that are trying to get more transaction into the marketplace and does not understand how the total silver taxation works. When I first started the game, there was no real prompts or indication that these fame exist, other than if you go to my information or open up your character information, then you will be able to see it under your character portrait. Now, as for the actual fames, you would see that there's a combat fame, there's a life fame, a special fame, and family fame. So just to give you an overview of how these combat fames are calculated, combat fame is all for your characters, and your characters must be over level 15 in order for them to gain points. Now, if your character hits level 56, they will get twice the number of points, meaning that, if they're 55, then you would get 55 points. For a 56 level character, you would get twice that points, which is 112. And if you have a level 60 character, you would get 5 points for each of those levels, which totals to 300 points. And as you can see on the point system, every 300 is equivalent to 1 level, which means that every level 60 character that you have is equivalent to an additional pay raise. And at 10 characters or 10 alts that you have at level 60 and one at least level 61, that puts you at 3001 points, which is 2,400,000. So I would suggest you just do this gradually, and with the main quest making it possible for you to level up to 61 without grinding much and just through questing, this is very attainable. The next on our list is life fame, and as you can see on the tooltip, it doesn't give you the exact points that you get. So over here, your character has to be level professional 1 in order for your points to count, which means that beginner 1 to 10, apprentice 1 to 10, skilled 1 to 10 doesn't count. But once you hit professional level 1, that counts as 31 points divided by 2, which means that you get 15.5 points rounded down to your total life fame. And once you hit guru, you would get 1 point for each level. So for example, at master level 30, that is equivalent to 80 levels. Divided by 2, that's gonna be 40 points. And with the guru cooking being 1 point each, it's gonna be plus 35, total of 75 points for the life fame. So the last on our list is the special fame, and the way you calculate this one is by going to your knowledge window or by hitting H and looking at the gained knowledge at the bottom of your screen. What you would need to do is divide this by 10, which means that mine would be at 483.8, and then going back to the normal window and looking at your contribution points. Now my contribution points is at 400, meaning that my current points at 483 plus 400 rounded up is gonna be my special fame. And as you can see, mine is at 884, and that lands me at 325,000 silver per day. So the sum of your combat fame, your life fame, and your special fame will be your family fame. And the additional silver that you get each day for this one is deposited into your Black Spirit safe, so that's additional income for you on a daily basis. So now let's head over to the market. As you can see here, there's 2 points under your warehouse balance. One is the market silver collection benefit and the warehouse capacity. So let's first go over to the warehouse capacity. The family fame bonus gives me 1,264. The way that it's calculated is that your current family fame divided by 0.2 or 20% of that, which is for me 6,320 family fame times 0.2 is 1,264. So there is a maximum of 2,000 weight that can be applied from family fame, and this is really useful if you use your market as your main ways of getting your item from a city to another city or from a character to another character. So this increases that one in addition to the one that you could get from the Camisole Blessing, which is 2,000 weight. So my current weight for my market is 8,264, and it helped me a lot when transporting, my processing materials or my food items from another character or to another city. So the next and final one we're going to talk about is the Market Silver Collection benefit, and I'm just going to expound on this one a bit so that newer players would understand the concept of this one. As you can see, if you have a value pack, it gives you an additional plus 30%, and if you have 1,000 fame, it's 0.5%, 4,000 at 1%, and 7,000 at 1.5%. Now this is kind of confusing for majority of the players, as they do not know that the game takes money as you sell your items. When I first started, I thought that if I sell, like for example this one, a resplendent pendant emerald at 71,000, then I would get an additional 30% and 0.5% on top of that, and that is kind of incorrect. So if you have a value pack active, you would see over here that it gives you 30% marketplace sales upon silver collection. Now this is kind of tricky for beginners, as their assumption would be that the tax of 35% would be reduced to 5%, which is totally false. What happens is that if, for example, you have 100 silver items that you sold, it would be taxed 35%, which lands it at 65 silver, and then the game multiplies it by 1.3 or additional 30%, which lands you at 84.5, and that kicks in with your current family fame benefits. And what it basically does is it adds the percentage that you have depending on your family fame to your 30%, meaning that at 7,000 family fame you would have it at 31.5, at 4,000 31%, and at 1,000 30.5%. So let's put an example. If you're selling an item that cost 1 million, so at base you would have it at 845,000, at 0.5 you would have it at 848,250,000, at 31% it's 851,500, and at 31.5 it would be 854,750. So to kind of put context more into this one in practical application, as you go into BDO you would be selling a lot of items. So let's say that you're going to be selling 1 billion worth of items, and if you do not have a value pack, you would only be getting 650 million off of that. But if you have the bonuses at base, like for example just the value pack, then you would get 845 million off of it. And if you have the additional 1.5 or 1% bonus, then you would get an additional 9.75 or 6.5 million in addition to that sale. With that said, we're wrapping up, and I hope that this video has helped some of you that have watched the video. And if you have any questions, just leave a comment down below. And if you haven't followed yet or subscribed, make sure to hit the subscribe button and click on the bell notification for our future videos. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.